Hello. Hello, Torelli. As I had mentioned before, I think it's time to do the first battle finally. I don't think there's much point in trying to delay it any longer. See what I've got to say. Let's have a quick look at if I need anything. No point in revives. Hello, Mama Cass. Oh, hello, Paige. I believe the citrus berry is probably the best to go for as a hold item. At least until I get some more better items, but Bonnie Boo will be a winner today. Well, I mean, I've got Bunnelby now. Rock Smash, Mud Shot, decent IVs for the level, nearly 20. See if it's got any other moves. Nope. I'm guessing that I'm wondering if it's worth to have Leer on or Quick Attack, because quite fast paced, so it might just be better to have Quick Attack. Although Leer can be used from a distance and it still does something. Yeah, we'll keep Leer on. Alright, here we go. Can I risk it? This is probably the biggest stepping stone in this challenge, is just getting past this first bit so you can actually have access to everything. Like, once we've done this one battle, everything else opens up, and the amount of Pokemon we can get, and the different, you know, mega shards, stuff like that, leveling up's easier. So hopefully we get on with it. Ooh. I mean, I'd hope I do this much damage after the amount I've leveled it up, and ow. No way it dodged that. Yes. Yes. I was looking very sad there because I just somehow whiffed 3 shots and I got paralysed. I was like, oh, this is going bad. Luckily I got lucky there. Actually no, I didn't get lucky. They got very lucky, but yay, rank Y. Can finally play the game, literally. Right. I've already seen all of this dialogue as well. But essentially the whole game opens up now. Mega shards are available. I can do side quests. I can do the main quest. There's no parts I can't go to. Obviously, some wild zones are still locked until further into the game, but there's a lot more variety now. Typings are a bit more easier to battle now because we haven't just got loads of normal Pokemon just sat in the first area. And XP is a lot easier to get now. I don't really need to worry about money in this game, to be honest, because the amount of stuff I don't need to use due to the challenge. Alright. More shiny hunting. That's literally the only thing that's happened from that, is do little things to get as far as possible, and then more shiny hunting. Or we can try and beat endgame with a level 20 Bunnelby. Yeah, I just watched the new It series, and it's called It Welcome the Dairy. Um, and yeah, it's quite frightening. I won't lie. They took It, or Pennywise, and made him even more scary than the last two, and yeah, it's really good. Shows the origin story of Pennywise. Definitely worth watching. Hello, Mr. Zygarde. Alright, now we get to see a load of different wild zones. Yeah, the lampshade scene was interesting. What's crazy is this is basically just part of the tutorial still, because you're not actually into the end game. Like, well, end game. You're not really into post tutorial yet, until we get through a little bit more. We're nowhere near. Right, now we're going to meet a guy that's going to give us something that can make us level up faster. Then we're also going to find out about mega crystals and how overpowered they are to get absolutely anything you want in the game. Yeah, this is the guy we can go to exchange for prizes after getting these things called colourful screws. But it gives us some XP boost. Don't need to rush or anything. Couple for taking the Pokémon first. These Mega Shards can basically be exchanged for Mega Stones and random other stuff that can help us progress. that over there is where you can get the colourful screws. Oh hey, I could definitely not see you over there. Wow. I love that. Just use a status move on a rock attempting to attack it. It's a good idea. I love this. They act like you don't know that you can jump off a roof and stuff. But you've been doing it basically the whole game already anyways. Literally from the first wild zone you're already jumping off the roof. That's Parisville. Alright, so we're gonna get some free Pokeballs off this. Let's head back here. Won't really adventure too far yet. Got plenty of time for that. That's an upstairs. Oh yeah, I forgot Bunnelby actually evolves. Let's get an evolution. Yeah, Diggersby. Now I think we've got a, is it a ground type move? It is. And now we've got a ground type move. Lovely. So we got 2 ground types. Ground type moves are always pretty good. A lot of Pokemon seem to be weak to them. So from here we could shiny hunt. I forgot we still can't do absolutely everything yet, but here's some Magikarp. Oh, also can't go this way. Love that. Talking about open world games, we love it. So here I think we can get a Quick Claw. This will allow us to attack a lot faster. Right, now we've got this registered. Lovely. Now the goal for this area basically would be to definitely be to get a Magikarp, like Mr. Torelli.
Yeah. Yeah,
to go that way. We'll come back to that. And we've got a Swift, which can be decent. Sometimes you're better off with other moves when you move ball. I think get out of the zone. We could go ahead with Mabel's research, but I don't think there's much point at the moment because we'd be better off saving that EXP for when we have more Pokemon, as it then distributes a bit more evenly. We need to meet up here to meet a very nice guy called Vinny, who's basically going to tell us that the world's going to end soon. I did forget we have another battle coming up, which hopefully will go okay. Because if it doesn't, then we are in for a lot more grinding. But if I remember correctly, the battle has a Meditite and a Machop. Boost that up. I'm going to use these because we might as well. It might save us. Well, while we're here, we might as well go and get. Ugh. You literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
They don't even let you sprint for this section. You just have to strut about. Let's then. Here's the battle. Might as well register here. Yeah, I'll take a swift feather. I don't think I've ever heard anyone complain about extra speed stats. There we go. They call themselves the Fists of Justice. Yeah, then she tries to pick on the person who she thinks is like the least trained person, and then gets absolutely slapped. Well, most times out of 10. Alright, so the death fighting type is just sort of wanna there we go. And this one's psychic, so we don't wanna boom. So after this we get to have a look at Zone 3, home of the amazing staircase method. Now technically, unless I was very lucky to get a shiny right now, there's not much point in going in here yet until I get past the main tutorial area, but we'll have a look around here. I think it's hilarious just watching Diggersby just run behind you. We'll have a look in here for a second. We might get lucky. Oh. Whew. I literally thought that was a shiny there because it was so orange. Let's also put this back in. I did not want a Pokemon die just for being out. But this is the heavenly staircase method, home to a lot of shiny encounters. Aerial Ace. I don't think I'm going to be teaching it to a crown type anytime soon. However, we will put these extra stats and XP into our biggest bee. Yeah, just sort of looking around, trying to grab anything, because every little helps, you know. Now we're gonna go meet up with Emma again. Let's pick this up. Once again, the game has to remind me that we're still in the tutorial. Now we get access to 3 side missions. Lovely. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. But essentially, after this last bit, we get introduced to side missions before we can progress the main storyline. You don't need to do 3 of these, but this just gives you a chance to go around the map and gather things you might need, or buy clothes if you wanted, which might be worth doing since we have a load of cash on us. But unfortunately, the first side mission you're probably gonna do is a level 10 Bunnelby, which is an alpha, so it's kind of you might want to do it, but you reckon you can play this? It's quite, I wouldn't say easy, but they definitely, compared to the older games, they make it a lot more easier to play for the young generation, or anyone who just wants to play Pokemon games more casually now. Definitely allows you to get on with things a bit more. I think for a bit of time we'll unlock some travel spots around the map, and and figure out what Pokemon we want to shiny hunt for next. Loads of rubbish. Little Slurks up there. It's funny because this guy is the exact same NPC who you're gonna battle later on, but he's just at a stall. Oh yeah, I've noticed that some NPCs have some of the craziest dialogues. Well, not dialogues, because Nintendo doesn't really make dialogue. This is one of the guys who tried attacking us in the beginning cutscene. Yeah, some of the conversations you see from these NPCs are absolutely hilarious. Have a little adventure. Whoa, where am I going?
Yeah.
Wow, nice one. Flip, baby. To be fair, that might be one worth catching now, because there is a side quest to do with one of these. So we'll catch one of them to do the side quest later on. But we're not allowed to use them in battle. Oh, quick ball. Only true heroes delete alpha Patras. Yeah. As you can see, Mega Shards are actually a really good way of getting just extra XP. Since there's tons in the early game, you might as well get them. Just a shame you can't turn the sound off for them. Just saw Redemption fall off the building. Toxic spikes. Might as well. Until I find another shiny, there's no point in holding back on what I can give this Pokemon. Let's drop that in for a second. Now it would suck to get one of these Espers as a shiny because it runs away as soon as it sees you. Like it's similar to trying to catch Abra. It's just a pain in the ass to catch. To find the best way to get down. bits here and there. If I can remember, I think you need to do a flame attack, otherwise your Pokemon just falls off like that. Which is also quite hysterical to watch. Ooh, a rare candy. Right, we'll jump off it.
Yeah.
So this is where we can get the colourful screws. Oh. What should I use? I'm guessing that is for the Rotoglide. Anyways, we'll carry on with the game. There we go. We'll register this Pokestop. So as part of the challenge, I'm probably just going to take this Flabébé out my party, just so that if I were to faint from running out of shinies, it would then definitely know about it. Right, we don't need revives. Don't need max revives. We'll buy. No, we don't want to buy one of them. Don't want to sell any Pokeballs. And then we're going to sell treasures. There we go. Might as well see what we can buy. Although I've got a bit of everything other than the device, so I don't think there's much point. Birth month. Lovely. So we're gonna put this Flabébé in here.
Yeah.
Might as well. We'll level him up. Not really worth using rare candies, to be honest. They level up your Pokemon, but they just do a whole level. You're better off using them later on in the game. As no matter how much XP you need, it will always level you up. So you're better off waiting for a Pokemon that needs a lot more XP than my Pokemon, where I can just mine a few Mega Shards and I'm fine. We'll give this one a try. Yeah. Alright, well, this is our first colourful screw again, which is one of many. What are you doing? Oh, there's another colourful screw up there. And there is a Dratini spawn. Oh, perfect, I was going to get this anyways. Defense you might as well use no matter what. It's alright, sorry. I think I've decided I'm gonna solo endgame with just this big as B. I think we'll be fine. Totally nothing to go on. Travel spot. Right, let's have a look on the map, see where we need some travel spots. It's always worth getting them. Although I can't imagine where you'd probably get this one. Let's have a look on what's on there. Yeah, let me just take this hat off because it looks absolutely dreadful. There we go. Confirm this. Alright, let's get a haircut. They do got some crazy hairstyles in this game. I think we're gonna go for either that or that. No, we'll go for that one. We'll go for a dark red. Color blocking. Oh, that's sick. If that's the case, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so I think that's the closest white you're gonna get. And that's gonna be the best black you're gonna get. We'll go pitch black. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, we got some cargo pants. Yeah, we'll go for that as well. We'll keep just the hair. Then we gotta change these shoes up. Yeah, we got some black socks to go with that. Yeah, they look sick. Boom. Jeez, clothes are expensive. Right now, our character looks pretty sick. That's interesting, actually. I've noticed the shoes in the game make a difference to the sound it makes. Huh. Interesting. Alright, where can we get more save points? Might as well get zone 4 done. Why am I going in here? So we get this saved as a travel spot. Right, so get that on saved. What will also be worth doing is finding the Pokeball store and then getting a few quick balls, which will allow us to catch Pokemon a bit easier. Specifically shinies. We don't want to lose any of them. throw this to... since we're walking by, we might as well see what this one's about. What a leaf stone. No! The controls on a Switch can be so like awkward sometimes. That's also another reason these are worth doing, is because you can get a lot of EV boosting things from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that sound? Come on, get up there. There you go. Bellsprout. We need a Badoo as well, actually. But they just all ran away, so... That is so random. Hello, Evie. Right, what else are we gonna do? Might as well get this on our travel as well. Catch one of them for a side quest that I know about as well. Zone 6, also home to Magikarp. I saw a pretty funny video earlier. There's a guy who loves to catch Baneri. He's like a fan of Baneri, and it was like the only Pokemon he actually wanted shiny. And then he finally got the shiny, and then it ran away from him because he had messed it up. I was just like, oh. Poor sod. Oh, here we go, Mud Shot. It's a move I've already got on the only Pokemon I've got, but worth having as a TM, I guess. I believe this is where one of the rank battles are later. Get XP for it anyway, so. This is where Eevee spawns. Save them until our next battle. Another colourful screw. How are you supposed to get that? I'd be so annoyed if I got Trubbish as a shiny. Not that it's a bad Pokemon or anything, but it's just something that could be saved for something a lot better. With shiny stone. How am I supposed to get here?
Yeah.
We'll go for let's travel spot now. Lovely. That's an easy one. And that it was. I think that might be good for the time being. So our next thing would be to progress the main story, but I'm gonna head over here. I'm gonna head over here. This right here is the guy you can trade your colourful screws with. So you got EXP, prize money, the number of mega shards you find, less likely to black out, more likely to succeed at catching Pokemon. I'm more interested in the EXP one, to be honest. And then that leaves us with two of these. Alright, so we got a lot of different things now. sure this one's a bit. There you go. Free candies. Iron defense. This is also one of the next rank battles. Right. What do we do now? See, we could complete the rest of this mission and go for the 3 side missions to complete it, or we could go shiny hunting, which if I'm probably gonna try and go for a Magikarp in Zone 2, because that would be lovely. Delete that message because, let's be honest, you can tell very obviously that's a scam. Alright, whereabouts? So roughly in front of us is the spawn. If I don't adventure in, I can spawn more. I think we'll give it till about 8 doing some shiny hunting. If not, then I'll progress the story a bit more. But yeah, so my plan is try and find a shiny Magikarp, because Gyarados is a beast, and who doesn't want Gyarados on their team? Plus it also Mega Evolves in this game, so I mean, you're laughing. If I can catch it relatively soon, progress the story a bit. At the end of the day, it's still quite a bit higher in than the Pokemon I need to battle next, so it should be okay. About 2 more minutes and start progressing a bit more. One more reset. Alright, nothing. Lovely, that makes my decision easier to do. Alright, so we need to travel to here for the first side mission, which will be Bunnelby. I guess we can quickly just power up to make sure. Let's have a look. There was a changed move. Got a dart type. Brutal swing. User attacks nearby by swinging about violently. Alright, well, dart type is relatively strong against quite a lot of things. So I think we might replace tackle. That leaves us with 2 ground types, a fighting, and a dart type move. Alright. Let's quickly get through here. It was fun there. This basically be our introduction to Alpha Pokemon. Here we go. Let's talk to the man, not the Bunnelby. Who's scary. Right, easy. I mean, it tanked a fighting type move quite easily, which was quite surprising. Considering normals are weak to fighting type, but we managed to have a few strong moves, so. That's first side mission done. Might as well get this while we're here. Actually, we can leave it. Progress the story. If I'm correct, you don't need that for anything. Let's go heal up first. That'll probably be the worst decision ever, is to run into a fight without being healed up. So the Pokemon that I would definitely like to go for is, in here we've got Honedge, Ghastly. I'd happily take a Magikarp, possibly a Dratini, although a Dratini is apparently really hard to grind for. But it is what it is, and we'll find out. Okay, so it's catch. Well, find or catch. To be fair, we don't have to catch this one. Well, nor did we have to do it on the last one, but it also adds to our bonus XP, so you might as well. And adds to the projects and to Mabel's research, so you might as well. Oh wow. Dead. That was easy. Boom. Okay, so I know the next mission requires a Pikachu, so I'm going to catch it before she even asks us to do the mission, because what's the point in making it harder for ourselves? It'd be such a shame if we were to catch a shiny Pikachu and then had to trade it to her. But I don't think it would matter too much. Let's go level 7 Pikachu, why not? Alright, if I can remember where this side quest was. Oh yeah, up here. So we'll travel over here. Alright, so we'll release the Sableye because we don't need it. Pikachu, we're gonna trade this woman. Yeah, we'll see what this guy wants. Yeah, trades, travel spot. So she's just going to give us a Heracross called Louise, but we can't use it, so technically it's just going to get a... Yeah, technically it's just going to get released anyways, so... Here's your Pikachu, madam. Then we go see Raichu. Raichu has some pretty sick Mega Evolution. It's got 2 now. So it went from having none to 2 in quite quickly. Alright. Boom. All the side missions done for the main storyline. So let's lovingly release her Heracross she just traded us. Alright. Quick travel today. Now she is gonna get into a battle with us. Right, you stop clapping now. Yep, easy battle. Done. I remember watching Torelli stream and he saw this bit come and he was like, oh no, am I gonna have to fight a Mega Ram for us? To be fair, they've done the whole cutscene that he was about to go into a battle. And then decide. Anyway, this is my journey. Next promotion match. Okay, so we've technically got quite a bit of time now to develop our team and search around the map. No point in rushing until we have a good team. Possibly could take on the like the trainer battles inside the promotion match, but the actual match itself to get the badge or the rank up is not much need necessarily. potentially do some side missions. So the ranked battle is a level 15, level 15, level 16. And she's got a fairy bug flying type. So unfortunately, most of our Pokemon are very, well, our only Pokemon is not going to really cut it. Despite being a 10 level difference, I don't think it's going to fare well against two fairies. Although technically we do have a dark type move now, which isn't necessarily bad. Alright, so we're going to keep resetting Wild Zone 2 until we get our Magikarp. Because that's how we do things around here. That's a big boy over there. But yeah, we are now introduced to Alpha Pokemon, which allows us to get slightly stronger Pokemon in the same spots you would normally get a normal one. As you can see, if that one was to shine, it'd be very nice. A mega shiny Gyarados would be lovely. Hopefully, it will come to us soon. technically the sun setting is not a good idea for us because it means it will spawn Staryu a lot more instead of Magikarp, which will in turn make our rise of finding it a lot harder. I'm watching a video in the background. A guy has on YouTube has done a living shiny deck, so caught all of the Pokemon in a specific generation 5, which is a lot of the Pokemon in this game, and yeah, he's managed to get every single Pokemon in the generation shiny. He's done already generations 1 to 4 as well, so he's just gunning it for all of the shinies. Nighttime. There you go, there's the Staryu. Basically, it decreases all your chance of getting a Magikarp, and also decreases the chance of getting the Alpha Magikarp. So, what we're gonna do is go back here. We're gonna find a bench to sit on to pass the time. Well, Staryu does have Staryu evolves in a Starmie and then has a Mega Evolution. It's a Pokemon where if you're outweighing the odds of winning a Gyarados or a Starmie, you're going to probably choose a Magikarp.
Yep.
I did see some guy recently on a shiny only gameplay on Arceus, which is a very difficult one, and he done it with having the cat everything shiny unless it's shiny not, which is absolutely horrendous. The Alpha Magikarp knows it wants to be shiny. It wants to be. And it'd be lovely if it was. Come on, Magikarp. Sporing from there. I feel it coming. go out and see. Come on. this will be the last reset, then I think we'll end stream. I'll have to shiny hunt outside the game, or outside of streaming. But Magikarp's definitely the one that I'm going for. Might as well save of the reset. So I shall see you lot soon, probably tomorrow, and hopefully by then I'll have a Magikarp. See you guys soon.